about bandits. Oh, looks like they're opening up. Oh, wow. This is amazing.
Hey, what's up? Who's watching? Um, Anyways, I'm gonna wait a minute and see if anybody else watches, and then uh, go over, what happened today, and also try to get some suggestions from you guys. See if you have any requests. If you do have any requests or suggestions, make sure and type them in the chat box so I see them come up, and I'll try to address them. Also, oh, sorry about that. Also, yeah, I keep repeating the same thing. Anyways, I live streamed a little bit earlier today. I went downtown St. Louis, and oh, sorry about that. There goes the camera. I'll try to remember to keep that from happening again. I apologize. Um, Anyways, I went downtown St. Louis today. I streamed a little bit. It in and out kind of broke up a little bit. Sorry about that. We went to Union Station, which was at one time the world's largest train station, and I showed a little bit of the outside of that. There used to be a mall there, and I'd like to get in and film it, but they're pretty heavy on security. I guess they're opening up or have opened up kind of a fancy hotel there, and there was a lot of security guys. They chased me off and told me I couldn't film inside the lobby because it's incredible. But I did get some footage, so I'll show that to you guys later. It really looks pretty cool inside. Then I figured out, I'm not really sure what the footage looks like, but I figured out how to shut the flap on my camera so that it looks like I'm not filming while I'm actually still filming. So I walked around a little bit more area that I could. Sorry about the dark. And so anyway, and kind of pointed the camera here and there and tried to film. I think as long as I don't mess up, a couple times I've ran into some real weirdos that I think you guys would have enjoyed that I was filming them. So I shut the flap and the camera turned off. Now if I shut the flap, the camera continues to film. So I guess I can inconspicuously film crazy people. Oh, there goes the camera again. Sorry about that. If you guys ever see that picture of Pee Wee Herman, it's a pencil drawing I drew myself and put it on as a screensaver on my phone. It's been on there a long time. I just haven't bothered to change it. So, anyways, I kind of got chased off from Union Station. Couldn't really get into the old mall area. I did have my family with me, so I'd probably have to try sometime when they're not with me to get in. And I also went by Car School, which is a school that I abandoned school that I looked at and explored. And anyways, looked at a little bit of downtown, went by an old grocery store and went out to eat somewhere. Had a crackhead try to get $1. Other than that, that was pretty much my day. I did want to go out and explore more, but I've got an ear infection that's just killing me. It hurts. It's crazy. and I don't like it. So anyways, I decided to stay home, and maybe tomorrow night I'll do some night filming and try to make some creepy videos for you guys. Also wanted to know what the best time to do live stream to like talk to you guys would be, because I'd love to do a little bit of audience interaction, and maybe you guys have questions about some of the locations that I've filmed, things that I saw inside them. Dang. And maybe I could give you some more information about what was going on, what I saw, stuff that you want me to describe that I didn't describe in the video. Anyways, suggestions, like I said, for everybody would be for me to stream, or even maybe the best day of the week, so that the majority of you that watch these might be able to interact, because if the live stream gets viewed 90 times, 40 times, whatever, it'd be cool if half or more of those people could be on here and I could just answer questions directly and talk to you. So, guess there's a couple people watching. Anyways, let me know what's up. Send a chat message to me, and I'll read it on screen and respond to you. Otherwise, I think I'm going to go try to edit the little bit of footage that I got today and maybe throw up a little quick video of my ill-gotten Union Station footage for you guys to look at. And by the way, I know smoking's bad for me. My wife told me I look kind of trashy. My wife told me I look kind of trashy with the cigarette hanging out of my mouth, so I'm going to do that. Let's see. Okay. Let me try to find that chat box on here. Oh. Neighborhood, it was the one when you first found it and just filmed the outer. Man. I'm trying to figure out how to use this, so let's see. Well, your documentary, you just found it and filmed the outer. Could you type that again so that I can understand what you were asking? I see something about a neighborhood I just found and filmed the outer, but I'm not quite sure what you were asking. If you could send that through again, that'd be fantastic. Or leave it as a comment on this video when it's uploaded and I'll answer. Man, maybe short comments, because I'm having a little bit of trouble. I've seen the Carpetbagger do this, but like I explained before, my phone will not allow me to stream the way it should to this channel. Another idea is if you guys would be willing to subscribe to a secondary channel, so that way... Oh, no, I didn't look at the video with the ghost yet. I'm sorry. Was it the shadow when I found it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. It didn't pop up correctly before. No, I've got to still take a look and, check and see if I can find that shadow. When I'm in these neighborhoods, I don't know if people truly realize that I'm not just bullshitting about how dangerous they are. The crime rate is insanely high. I mean, I'll repeat it again. Chicago's crime rate, it's like 3,500 crimes per 100,000 people. St. Louis as a whole is 8,600, but the blocks that I'm in sometimes are probably even higher. The area that I was in stretches from like Martin Luther King Drive to Northland. People get shot there all the time. There's robberies. I mean, it would... Yeah, you can tell it, huh? Yeah. Dang, there it goes. I forgot to hit the screen. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna give you guys some more street views when I'm riding through those areas. I have an inexpensive action cam that I haven't been using lately, and I'm gonna strap that to like my side mirror, so I can put some better film up that maybe isn't so choppy of riding through those areas. Because I mean, we've seen like firsthand prostitution, crack deals, broad daylight. It doesn't even have to be night. Um, Gang members posting up on a corner in front of their house, protecting their turf. I mean, some streets there's too many people out, and I just can't go in those buildings because it wouldn't be any good for them to see me going in with a camera, even with my buddy. I mean, we're not carrying guns, nor do I want to. People suggest that sometimes, but I'm not sure what the legality of trespassing and carrying guns would be. Usually, just urban exploring with cameras, if you were to get in trouble, you really wouldn't get in much trouble. I mean, to be honest, because there's thousands of abandoned buildings. I mean, I'm more or less mainly afraid of running into a crazed homeless crackhead or, getting robbed. Yeah, that's true. They are in the ghettos. There's a lot of other cool buildings in St. Louis too, that aren't in bad areas that are just as historic, but there's not as many you can get into. Like the north side of St. Louis is predominantly black. The areas are poorer, and there's been like no investment in those areas, and everything's falling down. There is a lot of really cool old stuff up there too, and a lot of stuff that just doesn't even exist anymore that I see old pictures of, and it kind of upsets me that I can't go and look at it and explore it. Oh, there it goes again. I got to remember to touch the screen. But yeah, you're right about that. They are. But anyways, in some of the a little bit nicer areas, you'd be more likely to have somebody watching out and call the police on you for exploring some of those houses that are empty in the better neighborhoods. But they don't really do it in the bad areas because, I mean, those people won't even call the police on people that are known murderers and violent criminals in their own neighborhood. They kind of frown on calling the police, so that's another reason you can get away with going into those. I don't go at night. I firsthand haven't witnessed it, what it's like. I'd like to go there, but old woodwork and old wallpaper. Yeah, me too. I try to. I'll try to make sure I'm doing a better job of that. I like to get close to flooring if there's any left. Sometimes it's kind of dusty, and maybe if I had a mop or a squirt bottle, you could see it better. If you look at that one video, I did try to show the marble and one of the doors that had a real, striped kind of finish to it. Wallpaper, any details. Yeah, some of the houses that are pretty stripped out, I do like to try to find any little bit of detail that I can that shows what the decor might have been like when it was last inhabited. Sometimes there's layer upon layer of paint too, with different colors. So yeah, no, I appreciate the suggestion. Oh, there goes my light. Also, like I said, if you guys want to comment and let me know what the best time to stream would be for you guys, any requests. I've got some schools lined up. I've mentioned it before. I've got an abandoned nursing home. There's a prison further up in Illinois that's like over 100 years old I really want to get to. I just found out about a abandoned college in Illinois near me. It's maybe an hour tops from my house, and another abandoned school. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it though, because I don't have the exact address, but I have the street name. Anyways, St. Louis has at least 30 plus abandoned schools to look at, and I've only been in a couple of them, so maybe 3. Some of them I may not be able to get into right now. They might be shut up pretty well, but I'll probably be able to get into them at some point. So yeah, any ideas, suggestions? I saw a guy today that was live streaming, and he's got a lot more subscribers, and when he streams live, there's more people watching. But I've thought about getting a P.O. box for my business because my mailman's terrible. This is the worst mail service anybody I've ever talked to. Oh, sorry. Anybody I've ever talked to has heard of. I mean, we get the wrong people's mail from other streets on a weekly basis, several times a week. The guy's always talking on his phone. We just have a real shitty mailman. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I hope he's not a viewer. But he's a crap-ass mailman. So anyways, looking classy with that cigarette hanging out. But, yeah, he's a shitty mailman. So I'm thinking about getting a P.O. box to get, business stuff sent to me. Thought it'd be kind of fun. I've got a collection of postcards here at the house, some pretty cool postcards from Route 66 and different places. I don't know why I've been buying them forever. I've mailed a few out to viewers and written on them. I've thought about, maybe starting to do that again, but also thought about maybe getting a P.O. box in case anybody wanted to send me a postcard from their trip or whatever, and I don't know, I'll show them on the channel. I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with fun interactive ideas, and of course continue to explore and post videos as much as I can. So I don't know if anybody on here watching is from St. Louis and familiar with Union Station, but yeah, that really bummed me out that I wasn't allowed to film there. That sucked. There's been several places, like there's a mall that's nearly abandoned, and nobody shops there. There's nothing open left in it. They built it, and I don't know what happened, But without going into too much detail, I went there one time and I was trying to film a little bit, and the security there came and threw me out. And I'm like, man, you don't have any customers. I'm like, it doesn't seem like you'd want to treat your patrons like this. But man, he just made the biggest deal about me filming empty hallways. I was like, okay, whatever. And I guess I was kind of immature because I called mall security from my cell phone when I left and told them that there were some kids down by whatever entrance to the mall throwing pennies at me and talked in a really weird voice. Like, it was obviously a prank call, but the dude, he was so on it, throwing me out for taping an empty hallway that, like, he took that shit seriously. He was going to protect those empty hallways with his life. And he ran down to that. He was like, okay, sir, I'll run down to that entrance and try to find the kids that were throwing. There was nobody outside that entrance, but I don't know. Like I said, I guess I was being kind of immature. But I was a little aggravated. I mean, he was doing his job. It was the rule. I read it later on a sign that it did say that, but I'd driven like 45 minutes hoping to film the mall, and had no other plans, so, I was being a baby. I'll admit that. Would you guys like to see more street views? Yeah, I know, but it is what it is. It didn't make any sense. The rules are the rules, I guess. If I was a security guard, I'd probably just pretend like I didn't see it or something. Oops. The guys in Union Station were in suits with little, ear things on, and somebody commented there's nothing at Union Station now. Yeah, except for a motel and like Hard Rock Cafe and maybe another bar or restaurant, little pond out back. But yeah, there isn't the mall. I haven't been there in forever. It was shit. I was probably 15 when there was actually stuff worth seeing in that mall. And that's a while ago. But anyways, the guys with the little ear things on, you know. They came to me after the guy with his badge went and told him. I saw him eyeballing me with my camera filming, and he didn't say anything to me. And he went and told those guys, and they came like 3 of them, and they were like, "Sir, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, yeah, okay. I knew what they wanted. As soon as they came to me, they were going to tell me. Because the lobby in that hotel, I mean, is amazing, you know. I may go back there again sometime and see if I can see more of it, you know. Like I said, on my own. I might have to figure out how to sneak around. But the only thing about it is they've got security cameras pointing every which way, so I'm not sure if somebody's going to be sitting in a little room and catch me right away when I'm trying to film it. Yeah, anyways, I was wondering, would you guys, because there's a lot of cool stuff in St. Louis from the Sheraton. What's up with the Sheraton? But anyways, there's a lot of cool stuff. In St. Louis, a lot more ghetto to show you guys from the street, and I don't know if anybody thinks that that's, you know, would be enjoyable to maybe see a little better video or see a little more of what's going on the street. Oh, the hotel at Union Station. Is it the Sheraton right now? I don't know if it's called something else. And the other comment I kind of missed. I'm going to see if I can pull it back up. Let's see. Oh, man. I missed it. It said something about something, but it flew by too fast. If you want to, like, resend that message. I think your name might have been Tony. If you want to pop up what you just typed again, I missed it. Sorry. 2 of them flew up at once, and yeah, it may have changed. I'll have to look. I think it might have changed hands. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything that said Sheridan, but they might have rebranded it. You know, there's been a lot of starts and fails in the St. Louis area. So, a guy was commented on one of my videos the other day. They need to hurry up and tear all those buildings down. And oh yeah, see the street views all the time. I don't know though. You might enjoy the live views with crack dealers and prostitutes and all. That might be something different to watch. No, I'm not still blowing out smoke. This is it's cold enough to see my breath finally. It's been like 70 here forever, and I wondered what happened to winter. Somebody also said something about living in... Okay, cool. Do that. I'm sorry. These messages, when they come in more than one at a time, they like fly up, and I'm not seeing any way to like scroll and view them. Well, let me check something. It'll take the camera away for a second, but let me see if I can pull it up. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, live. Cool. Well, I'll keep doing it because some people are watching it, so it's worth me doing if somebody's interested. Man, I got to figure that out, guys. I'm gonna have to run a test and figure out how I can bring up all the chat boxes again. What's going on is my camera should have a streamlined way to stream right to YouTube. I'm having to use YouTube Gamer and open my camera app so you guys can see. And the Galaxy phone, when I try to do it, it tries to stream directly to that email address's channel, which is non-existent. But Tattoo Tony Alton is a sub-channel underneath that, and it won't let me switch it to stream to that channel. So I'm having to use kind of a jury-rigged system. And I did some research online about how to fix it, but it turns out the settings that I need to be able to fix it have been removed from Google+. And I spent like 4 hours on it, so hopefully they do something about that. They're supposed to add live streaming to the YouTube app directly at some point, and then hopefully I won't have to wait that long, but that may be finally when it gets fixed. Somebody messaged and said they were from KC. If you want to throw that message up there again, I'd love to answer whatever it was you said. I'm sorry I missed it. There wasn't it's only like showing me one message, and then when another one comes up real quick, it bumps the last one and I can't see it. I started wearing a respirator in buildings, which I suppose is a good idea. Because before I'd smoke cigarettes in abandoned buildings. Of course, I'd put them out real well to make sure that I wasn't going to cause a structure fire. But anyways, I was smoking cigarettes probably in buildings that had histoplasmosis, asbestos, and lead flying around. So I've stopped doing that. I've decided that it's time to start, for me to start wearing a respirator, and I've got a pretty good one that I'm starting to put on. So, anyways, man, I'll be out for now. I gotta go try to upload some video and see what it looked like. And also, I've got a bright ass new camera light, so I'm hoping that helps improve my footage in dark places. And I've got a Steadicam that I'm trying to learn how to use to take some smooth. Oh, okay, I see that. Cool. I'm glad you like St. Louis. Yeah, I'm partial to St. Louis too. It's a very old city. There's a lot of cool buildings if you drive around. A lot of old stuff to see. Even some of the outlying areas have a lot of old, neat, and vintage things. For instance, it's not very big, but if you get in the right part of Granite City, I was there. Sorry, I was in Granite City earlier today. YouTube, yeah, it lets me record straight from my camera, but I don't think it lets you live stream yet, and that's the thing, is I want to be able to live stream. But yeah, I know it lets me record straight from the camera. But I figure if I'm recording from the camera and uploading, then I may as well just use my real camera or my GoPro type camera. I really want to use the phone for live streaming, so anyways, but I appreciate the suggestion though. Thank you guys for watching too. It's pretty cool to have anybody watching the live stream and interacting. The places that I found the other day that were abandoned, if you look further back in the videos, it's not the best video quality because I got out of there fast, but you can see where I walked in. It was a rainy day, and yeah, I tried it. It doesn't let you do live, unfortunately, not yet. It's supposed to, but so I walked in the building and saw that homeless people had set up shop and were living in there. I mean, they had everything in there set up like a regular house, kind of patched together. Beds were dang near made up, clothes hanging up, everything, and I burned out, and it was rainy and I had to get going too. It was raining on my camera. The guy that lives near me was with me, and he's kind of crazy. He wanted to like walk through the whole thing, and I'm like, dude, we got to get out of here. It's raining. These people might be coming back at any point. I don't know if they're smoking PCP, I'm like, I got to get the hell out of here quick. And the video slowed down, and so my voice sounds funny because I tried to slow it down to where you could see a little bit around the room because I really whipped the camera around and took off out of there. And anyways, there it goes. Sorry. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I got to get off here and do some stuff, and hopefully I'll have something else cool for you to watch this week. If you haven't seen them, I'm sure you guys have, but there's some cooler videos that don't quite have as many views, that are, I don't know, inside a couple churches, a scary old abandoned Catholic school, whatever. Some of my older videos aren't as good. I'm trying to make them better all the time. So, anyways, but just maybe take a look, see if there's anything that you missed. Like I said, I'll try to continue to post something every week, something abandoned that I explore every single week. I mean, God knows there's enough stuff around here that I shouldn't run out anytime soon, and at some point here soon, I'd like to take some road trips. Abandoned bridges and girders, I think is the word. Is it the 7 bridges to hell? I'm just curious. Near Collinsville, there's some place I thought about going at night just for fun. It's like a local legend. There's like these 7 bridges you cross, and if you cross a certain point at midnight, you're supposed to go to hell. But I don't know. Yeah, any suggestions you have, I don't want you to do my work for me, but if you want to, that'd be fine. If you have any ideas, suggestions, if you do any research in the area and find something, send it over to me or message me on Facebook or whatever, and I'll go check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.